Hey, I'm D-Lyrics. I'm the owner of D-Rasta. I want to tell you about locks and how you can get them done, okay? There are different types of ways to get your locks done. There is interlocking, which they use an interlocking crochet needle to interlock your hair. It's like a method where they take it and they loop it inside of the lock and then pull it, okay? There's also crochet, which is sort of like the interlocking, but it's a little different. They take like the crochet needle and they basically go in and out of the hair to make it lock up, as they're doing it. This kind of helps your hair to pull together. It is a faster way to lock your hair. But you have to be careful. I recommend if you're going to get interlocking and you're going to get crochet locking, that I recommend that you try to make your hair, once you start it, a little bit thicker and not thin, like mine. Because interlocking sometimes can thin out your hair. So you want to start out with thicker locks when it comes to interlocking and when it comes to crocheting, okay? There's also freeform. Freeform is basically what it means, free form. So it's free forming locks. It freely forms by itself. The only thing you have to do with the freeform locks is to decide on how thick you want your locks. You can first part it or start it as thick as you want or as small as you want. But then once you do that, you have to let it grow, and it's going to grow by itself. Most people who have freeform locks don't do much to it because that's what it is. It just freely grows. The beautiful thing about locks is it goes through a transition. It goes through a process. So with any locks, it is going to take a while for your hair to lock up and to grow into what it should be and what it wants to be. Believe it or not, they kind of have a mind of their own when it comes to freeform. So they're going to form the way they want to, not the way you want them to. With the other types of locks, you can form it the way you want to. Okay? So a lot of my sisters are getting sister locks. My mom is one of them. She has sister locks. Sister locks is where it's very, very thin locks. It's kind of like having micro braids. I don't know if you know about micro braids, but micro braids are real thin, skinny braids. And with these sister locks, it's sort of similar to that. What they do is they take the hair and they reform it and loop it. But they do it real thin, and they have like a system that they count in order to make the sister locks. Okay, so that's another way. There's also some people, now there are different types of hairdressers that do locks, and there are locticians. So there is sort of a difference, but it all depends on what that beautician specializes in. So some beauticians braid your hair first to lock your hair up. With the braid is they braid it from the root, and then once it grows out, then it'll start locking. I believe with the braids, you can't, get it braid often. And you just have to basically let it grow out and then lock. And once it fully locks, then that braid will grow out. Some people like to cut it off once it grows out, or they'll keep it. I mean, that's up to you. So some people do braids for locks. There's also like a 2-strand twist. I know you know about twist, where they take 2 pieces of the hair and they just twist it. So this is another way that some people create their locks. And with this way, I would recommend that you don't make it too thin. It all depends, like I said, if it's sister locks or if it's just, if they're going to use the 2-strand twist. With the 2-strand twist, it's kind of hard for that to, it takes a while for it to lock up. And sometimes it unravels. So you do want to use my hip hop lock jam if you are going to use your twist. If you are going to use your free forming, you can use that as well. For any type of locks, you can use my lock jam. So I do recommend that you use that if you are gonna get those type of locks. With my hair, I first got it interlocked. It was thinning out my hair a lot. So my hairdresser had to kind of put two of my locks together in order to make one because it was thinning. And so, like I said, if you're gonna do those interlocking, I would recommend it for like thicker locks. So, but after that, I got my hair the regular way, which is the palm rolling. Now, palm rolling is where they take it and they go like this in between their palms and they palm roll the locks like that. So there are different ways you can get your locks done. Make sure you grab some of my hip hop lock jams so you can start your locks off. That way it'll have a great hold no matter what style you have. And good luck with your locks. If you have any questions, definitely DM me. I'll be happy to answer those questions for you. I know a lot of people don't do their research before they get their locks done, so they just go get it done. And I like the way Sister Locks look on a lot of people's hair. You have to really, really, really keep those locks up. And so be careful, you know. That's why I recommend that you use my lock jam so that it can make your hair thicker, as well as manageable and easy to manage as far as your locks are concerned. So comment, DM me if you have any questions, and I look forward to talking to you guys. I will answer any questions that you have, and make sure you send me some pics, man. If you're gonna use my lock gel, send me some pics. I would love to see the different beautiful locks that you guys have. All right, and God bless. Thank you for using my lock jam. Have a wonderful day.